Hey everyone. This is a video response to a blog that I just saw on YouTube. It's to one of the people who I subscribe to, and the title is called Need a Therapist. Basically, her name or her channel is called Maggielikesart. And I saw it and I immediately felt like I should do a response to it, because it covers a lot of things that I could really relate to in it. And I guess this is going to be more dedicated to her than to you guys. I guess you could say this is more of a personal response, but I don't really mind you guys listening in. Not like I could stop you, but yeah. So I guess I'll get started. First thing is how to prevent saying when you're doing a video blog. Back when I was in college, I took a speech class, and the first thing that they covered was basically to prevent saying this. And they said, instead of saying just take a pause, don't say anything, gather your thoughts, and then start speaking again. People tend to notice a lot more than the silent pauses. Like so. And it really helps piece together your thoughts, so to speak. But just try working on that, and I'm sure your ums will start going away. I still make the mistake. I'm sure I'll say in the video a few more times, by accident, not on purpose. So the first thing I guess I wanted to cover was eating disorders. I myself haven't gone through that, but I do know what you mean about eating food and worrying about what's inside of it and how much fat you're getting and whether it's healthy or not, and just not freaking out, but knowing that you're going to regret it later on. My friends love to eat fast food. If I can name a few: Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, talk about Pizza Hut, In-N-Out, which is probably the better of all of those, but still, I know just by eating this, I know that I have to start working out just to burn off all the fat and all the calories that I just consumed. And sometimes I just freak out about it a little bit. So I do kind of understand that. So, fear of rejection, if I could say the words. Right now it's 1:43 a.m., so forgive me if I stumble around on my words. So fear of rejection. I can relate to that big time. Potential relationships, I guess we can call them, because I've never really been in one. But I've been rejected about 3 times, way too many. I would say 1 time, but 1 time just seems like a low number, so I say 3. I've been rejected way too many times. And after a while, you really have fear of just taking that chance and talking up and walking up to that person and talking to them. No one wants to get hurt, yet it happens. Maybe that's the whole problem. That we think that's more our fault than theirs. We're the ones that get hurt, and yet they walk off scot-free. Or at least that's how I used to see it. And before, I used to be really, really emotional. And if you think I'm very emotional right now, you should have seen me about 5 years ago. I would talk with my friends, or they would call me and they would say, oh, do you want to go here, do you want to go there? And sometimes I would just go with them because I didn't want to tell them no and then get feared of being rejected by them. As in, if maybe I said no, that they wouldn't call me anymore, and then I would just assume I got rejected by them. So I can kind of relate to that. And I do know what it's like when people don't call you on the phone. And you after a while feel alone. You feel like no one needs you, no one wants you. There's no attention, there's nothing. You have nowhere to go and you have nothing to do. After a while, you just go into depression. And you think about all the things that might have been your fault, or probably are your fault. And because of that, you sink into a lower depression. And even when you hang out with your friends, you don't feel like you're there with them. It's like you're there and you see everyone having fun, yet you're not. And then you really start to feel alone, even though they're there. I really hate that feeling, but it happens. And then you start to think, well, why am I even here? Everyone's having a good time without me. And then you really feel like disappearing. You feel like you shouldn't even be there because you don't fit in. Not that it helps, but then you sink into a lower depression. You really feel alone, like no one understands you. And then you want to feel wanted, but you can't. You want that attention, you want to feel needed, but you don't. And sometimes I can't figure out if that's us, so to speak, or if it's really them kind of causing it. You know? Sometimes I feel like, they're our friends. Shouldn't they be seeing how we're feeling? They trying to help us? Or maybe it's just us. Maybe that's how we see the situation. That's just how we're feeling. We're causing our own sadness. But I know what it's like to feel like that. Right now, I have an interest in someone. And for the most part, it's nice. But I can't help feeling that I'm still alone. That they don't need me. That feeling to be wanted, it's not there. I don't know how that can work and still like this person, but I have that feeling. And by mentioning this is not going on MySpace, but I have that feeling. All I can say is that your friends are there to help you. If you talk with them about this, more or less they'll understand. And if you're afraid of being rejected by them, then that's where sometimes you find other friends. Like us on YouTube. Just by hopefully posting this, you'll see that we have something in common. And maybe you'll take a chance and message me, or maybe you'll do another video response. And maybe you won't feel as feared of being rejected, that after a while you'll get comfortable around me and other people who are similar in this way. And then you'll have new friends. You'll still have the old ones, but maybe with us we can help you pass certain borders and become really great friends. It's happened to me before. Like on YouTube, I have really good friends. I talk with them and I feel that they're practically me. They're smart, polite, and they've gone through the things I've gone through, and it really helps me. It makes me realize that I'm not alone with these problems. It makes me see that there's actually hope. And that I can go to them and talk with them. Even if it takes like a few days, I don't mind. Because I know that they'll always make me feel better. with the therapist that you mentioned that you were going to go back to, if you really feel that you need to, then by all means go for it. I think if you really feel that you need to, then, I'll support you. I'm here for you. And maybe that sounds a little strange for me to say that, but sometimes we need a little support for doing something like this. Just knowing that someone else cares and wants to see how things turn out. I hope that helps you. And please let me know how things turn out, because I do care. I'm not just saying that. And, well, lastly, with the divorce, I've never really gone through it, but I've known some people who have, and it can be quite devastating. And I'm not sure when it actually took place, or if it's happened a few years ago, or maybe this year. But I do know that the more you talk about it with your friends or people that you really trust, I guess you could say you know that you'll get through it with their help. And talk with your parents as well. Let them know how you feel. Tell them that it's crappy. Let them know. It might help you understand this situation a bit better, or maybe it'll make you feel better just letting go of those emotions and feelings, or finally getting them out. I guess basically when you go through all the fear, depression, feeling alone, and all the anxiety, all the stress, all the pain that you go through, it builds up. Think of it as like a 2-liter. You have the 2-liter, the soda is your emotions. And when things start really happening, it starts to build up. Basically just start shaking the 2-liter, and that's what happens to you. The cap's still on, by the way. After a while, you're just so full of emotion, so much stress that you can't take it, and sooner or later you're just gonna explode. Translation, you're gonna break down and start crying for a long time. That's happened to me. And talking with friends and with people who really care, it really helps to get rid of that. It makes things more manageable. And so I really hope that things become more manageable with you and your life. So yeah. So that's basically gonna be it for now. And for you guys watching, if you feel like I touched on a subject with what I covered, feel free to message me and we can talk some more. Because it's nice to talk with people when you have something in common. It is. You feel less alone. You feel like you have more than one friend in the world. So, that's it for now.